Hello, welcome to Knick, Knack, Chit Chat. Happy New Year. I am now on YouTube, very excited. I was on YouTube before, but I never did my Knick, Knack, Chit Chats on YouTube. But I was finding it increasingly hard to post, and running into lots of technical issues if anything went over 10 minutes. And I quite like to chat, and I would quite like to have my chats a little bit longer. So I took the plunge, and I've uploaded quite a few old Knick Knack Chit Chats, but they're in the portrait format, so they're a bit funny. So this is the first time I'm filming it on landscape, which is quite good. That's why it doesn't quite look like I'm looking at you, because I'm not quite sure where to look. But anyway, bear with me. And I have some really nice bits to show you. I haven't really done a chat, gosh, since before Christmas. And going forward, I'll try and do one every Sunday. So if you'd like to subscribe, it will alert you when I've done a new video. I try to do them kind of midday UK time while I'm doing my Sunday roast. I'm not doing a roast today, actually. I've got my mum and dad coming around and my friend. And my dad was saying he really fancied a pie. So I thought, okay, I'll make a pie. And I'm doing, I've got some shin of beef and I'm doing it really slowly in the aga with carrots and parsnips and all of that, and red wine and garlic and all great stuff. And I put that in at 9 this morning, and I've just taken it out, and it is just a joy when the meat just falls apart. It's so beautiful. So I've got all the filling of the pie done, and then I'm just going to put some pastry on it in a minute after a chat. So anyway, I'll crack on, because in the winter, for some of you that are new to following me, in the winter it's quite difficult to find, I'm not going to any of the car boot sales. I do go to some charity shops, so often things, antique bits and secondhand bits do pop up, but sometimes not quite as much as they do in the summer, because in the summer, as I started off 2 years ago doing Knick Knack Chit Chats, they were pretty much all about what I found at the car boot sales on Sunday, hence me doing them on Sunday. But yeah, because they stop during the winter, it's a little bit harder to do all secondhand and antique stuff. So that kind of comes back into effect in the spring, April. But throughout the winter, I still will show some antique bits, but generally I'm just going to be talking about everything and anything that I am loving at the moment. So that be food, a perfume, a plant. It's very broad. So it can be, a real mishmash of things. So this week I decided to kind of go through some of the gifts I was given at Christmas that I was very, very happy to receive, and just some things that I've just really, really been enjoying. January, it's just such a beautiful, I love January. It is my birth month, so I'm a little bit biased, but I do love January, and we've had a really beautiful January. Right now it is very crisp and clear outside. It's a gorgeous January winter day, and the pond is completely frozen over. I'm going to, on my stories on Instagram, show a really funny clip that I filmed this morning of the ducks walking, ice skating, gliding across the pond to get their seed this morning. And it was the funniest thing. They were literally just like, gliding, and they just looked so cute. So I'll show that on my stories this morning when I finish doing this, but it's very funny. Anyway, right, I'm going to show you what have I found. So for Christmas, I'm going to start with one of my favorite things. You can see them in the background. My aunt has a very, very good eye, and she's very stylish, and she, I should say my aunt and my uncle, both of them are, and they got me the most beautiful, thoughtful gift this year. And what they are, they know that I'm really into my gardening. Look, aren't they amazing? Now I'll show you one at a time. So there are a collection of them. Woo! Here we go. So they are incredible, beautiful plant supports for my raised beds. So when I'm growing beans or sweet peas, I can put them in the, in the raised beds, and they will climb up it. And so I've got quite a few of them here, and all of them are different little seed heads, and they're all amazing. They're by someone called Paul Cox, and he makes them in England, and they're so beautiful. I'll show you the other ones. There's really gorgeous ones like this. So when you've got them all together in a bed, kind of different heights, they just look really, really artistic. This one's one of my favorite. Look at this poppy seed. Isn't that gorgeous? So beautiful. So I've got them outside. I'll take a picture and show you my raised beds. I've got them outside right now with nothing obviously climbing up them. And they just look even nice in the winter. They look really, really nice standing there on their own, because they add a little bit of you know, a little bit of heightened interest to the garden when not very much is growing at the moment. But I'm very excited to grow my sweet peas up them in the spring. I think I'm going to do. And I think they just look really beautiful. So I was very happy with them. I will put links and the brands of all the things that I'm talking about, so that if you're interested, you can check them out. So that was one thing I got. And then what else? Oh, okay. Oh, I was given this by my brother and sister-in-law, and oh my gosh, I was so thrilled with it because I wanted to buy it anyway, and so it was just perfect present. Came right at the perfect time. 1,000 Feasts by Nigel Slater, and it's his new book. And I love Nigel Slater's cooking, and I really love his writing. His writing is just so beautiful. He has this gift of kind of turning really mundane things into something special, and noticing little details of things and describing them in such a beautiful, beautiful way, just poetic. And I've been reading it, and it's one of those books that is so lovely that I don't want it to end. So I'm reading it in like little sections, just little, it's an ongoing dialogue about his, 1,000 Feasts. So it's all things that he has eaten throughout his life, a lot of them when he's been traveling. So he describes, for instance, you know, where he was at the time, what the restaurant was like, or whether he was standing on the street at a food stall. But he just, it's just so beautiful to listen to these things that he has eaten, and everything else that surrounds it. Because I think with food, as we all know, you know, food can taste great, but if there's so much more that goes into food, isn't there? It's not just how it tastes, it's who you're with, it's what, you know, what your surroundings are like, what the environment, you know, and he does that, he explains that really, really well. So if you are in the market for a new book, I would highly recommend it. It's a beautiful read, it's just gorgeous, I love it. And okay, this is beautiful. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm very excited. I've just opened the box. So this came to me, I think ages ago, I spoke to you guys about Fern. So Fern is a really gorgeous perfume brand that's based in Somerset. And they now have, you can buy online, but they also have a shop in Soho in London. But it's a subscription. So basically they release 4 perfumes every year according to the seasons that are in tune with the seasons. And it's all natural. It's really, really beautiful. And so many people, when I did my perfume chat, they were in the market for a new perfume, but they found that some perfumes, you know, had a lot of artificial, you know, elements to them, and they gave them, sometimes it irritated them or gave them the headache and that kind of thing. Whereas the people I recommended, they've written to me and said, this is the only perfume I found that doesn't give me a headache, and I just really love how natural it smells. And the nice thing is as well, is that I find sometimes with natural perfumes, they don't last very long, but this one does. You know, a few sprays and you're good for the day, and it doesn't wear off quickly, but it's beautiful. But this one is winter 2025, and it's so pretty. So when you sign up to the ledger, you get it once a season, so you get 4 a year. And then I think this was delivered at the end of December, mid-December. And then there's a little booklet explaining, you know, where it was made, how it was made, what they chose. It's so beautiful. And they've got a really gorgeous video that they did. It's inspired, the winter one is inspired, I think, by ice skating. And the video, I'll post the video, it's so beautiful. And it's filmed in Canada, I believe in British Columbia, where I grew up. And it is just such a beautiful artistic video that they filmed for this. And anyway, so yeah, I'm very excited to try it. I know I'm gonna love it because I've never ever had one that I didn't love. And it's nice because it's unisex as well, so you know, anyone can wear it, and it's just really gorgeous. So the notes of this one is saffron, peppermint, bitter orange rind, lemon rind, pink peppercorn, key lime rind, and green mandarin. I mean, that just is, I know I'm gonna love that. It's so beautiful. So yeah, Fern, check it out. It's a very, very nice. I should probably just, you know what, I'll just open it. Let's open it, shall we? Let's open it. Oh, maybe I'm not going to be able to. Oh, I need it. Hang on. Let's get a knife. Okay. So my kitchen's slightly messy because I'm cooking at the moment. Sunday kitchen should be a bit messy. Look, okay, so all the packaging is beautiful, it's recyclable, it's all kind of with Mother Nature. Oh my God! That gave me a heart attack. That almost went Oh my gosh, that almost smashed, that was bad. Okay, so you can see here, fern, so beautiful, and then the bottle looks like this, and look, you go like that, you can see it, gorgeous, so pretty, and then I'm gonna try it. I know it's gonna taste, smell beautiful. Oh yeah, oh, it's, oh, it's nice, really fresh, and it's definitely a winter one. It's really fresh. I can really smell the citrus. I can smell the pepper in it, and also like a bit pepperminty. Like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. And the nice thing about it as well is that I find when you spray it, after sort of an hour it mellows and it kind of develops. Oh, that's a good one. Beautiful. So that's fern, and then fern that I almost smashed, and then what else? Oh yeah, and then what have I got? Oh yeah, Wildsmith. I have been using these. I just thought anyone that's interested in skincare at the moment, what I've been using, which my skin is so dry, really dry. My skin is changing. So I'm 40. I'm turning in a week 43. Yeah, 43. I'm starting to forget how old I am. It happens. It's a thing, isn't it? You start to forget. I think you start to forget because you don't really care. You don't really care. You don't really want to know. It's not like when you're 5 and you cannot wait to be 6 and tell everyone that you're 6. That doesn't really happen, does it? Post 40, you don't like, I cannot wait to be 47. You know. I mean, I don't mind my age, but I'm not like, yes, I'm a year older. But anyway, my skin is definitely changing. It's drier and it's a bit patchy, and I've got like more redness. It doesn't really look like it right now, but I'm in good light right now. I'm right by the window, so it kind of evens things out. But in more kind of, you know, in not so flattering lights, I've got sort of pigmentation here and here, and I'm finding also, which I've never ever had, I'm finding that I am sensitive a lot more to products, and I never ever had that before. So I'm having to kind of really go down a bit more of a natural route in terms of my skincare, and in terms of even makeup. I'm finding some makeup's kind of irritating my skin as well. But Wildsmith is a beautiful one because it is really natural, really gentle, but very effective as well. So I've been using a combination of the Active Repair Copper Peptide, and the thing I do like about it is, oh, it smells good. Ew, it smells so good. It smells so nice. So I use that in the day, and then they've got a night cream that's just richer. So it's a similar kind of ingredient, but it's richer for the night, so it really moisturizes your skin. But before I put that on, I put the Time Release Pre-Serum Drops, and it's that one, and then I put the serum, the Active Repair Copper Peptide Serum, which is beautiful, and I'm really noticing my skin's quite clear. It's really moisturized, which is good, and it, most importantly, it hasn't irritated from day one. I didn't go through like an adjustment period, which you do sometimes with a new skincare routine. So really happy with that line. I've tried their stuff before in the past, and I've always loved it. It just smells so beautiful, it really does. Their bath salts are really nice as well. So that's that. Is there anything else I was going to chat to you? Oh yeah, I like this wine. I am having a little, look, I'm having a little glass of it right now. Cheers. Does anyone else have it in tumblers? Sometimes they have. Oh, it's so nice. I think while I'm cooking, I tend to sometimes like, I didn't put this in the pie, by the way, because it's too good to put in a pie. I put like, you know, a kind of cooking wine, I call it. You know, it's not terrible, but it's you know, it's cheaper and it's not as good. But I wouldn't put this in the casserole. But this one I was given by my neighbours, and I loved it so much that I went out and bought 6 bottles of it from Majestic, which is good. And I don't really drink red wine often, but if I'm cooking with it, then you know, sometimes I crave a little bit of red wine, and it's very nice in the winter. I think it's not really for me. I don't have it so much in the summer, but if you're doing, I mean, with a beef pie, you know, you need a bit of red wine, I think, in it. So that's what I'm drinking. Bread and butter, Californian, and it's the Pinot Noir 2022. It's very nice. I'll put a picture of that. Anyway, I hope you've had a lovely Christmas, and you're excited for the new year. I'm quite excited. I'm not setting like massive, you know, unachievable goals, because I know that those just don't work for me. But I am a little bit this year trying to be a little, I'm trying to be a little bit better in some areas, i.e. exercise. Oh, I hate exercise. I mean, I'm quite active anyway. I tell myself I'm quite active with gardening and dog walking and all of that. But, you know, if people are saying to me, no, yeah, you can be active, but you also have to do some weights now. You have to be a little bit, you know, your strength, because your bone mass does it, or your muscle mass goes down after 40. And anyway, so I kind of begrudgingly thought, yeah, I've got to do it. So I'm signed up for some Pilates on Monday mornings with a friend, and we're going to do that. And I've heard lots of people do Pilates and they love it. So we're going to try that Monday mornings. And she also does a Wednesday. So if I really like it, I might do 2 days a week. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. And then other than that, any resolutions? Oh, I'm trying to be a bit tidier. I can be a little bit, a bit of a scatterbrain, so I'm trying to be a little bit tidier. Other than that, that's it really. I'm not doing dry January. Absolutely not. I mean, January, I find January is the month I do in the evening. I fancy a drink, you know. I'd rather do it in the summer, but no, not for me. Not for me. Anyway, hope you've had a lovely week, and I will see you here next week on Sunday with some new treasure, maybe some antiques treasures. Mr. T has actually got some new bits coming. He did a big buy the other week that will be, a lot of the stuff will be popping up on the truffle toast, so maybe I'll show you some of the new bits, and he's always great to kind of tell you all the history of these bits, so yeah, maybe we'll do that as well. But also in the comments, let me know any suggestions of stuff you'd like me to chat about. I can maybe do some house tour things, or I can do you know, some gardening. It's a bit quiet in the garden at the moment. Cooking stuff, or you know, any ideas, any stuff you'd like me to talk about, let me know. And the great thing is I'm not rushing. It's 16 minutes and I'm not thinking I have to keep it under 10 minutes, so it's great. So thanks for watching, and I will chat to you next week. Toodaloo.